Lesson 45 is titled Multi-Page Reports. We've had simple unbound reports, we've had simple left-bound reports, now we have multi-page reports, and you can have a left-bound or an unbound multi-page report. So you have to really kind of look at the format that you're expected to do before you're finished with the report and make sure you've applied everything that needs to be applied. Multi-page reports are basic reports. However, they include more than one page. It could be 2 pages, it could be 200 pages, it could be 2,000 pages. As long as it's more than one page, it is considered to be a multi-page report. When you have a multi-page report, you need to add different things and check different things or additional items in your report before you're done with it. For example, you need to include page numbers on every page of the report, but not on page 1. You need to know how to do that. You need to know how to create and check the way your pages split up between paragraphs. You need to realize that if you have side headings in your report, that those side headings need to be on the same page as the paragraphs that they introduce. So you need to know how to check that. You also need to know how to insert a new file into the file you're working on, because sometimes you will have created part of your report in a file and saved it so you can come back to it later, and then you think, well, I can just add it into another report that I've already started. So you need to know how to do that. You need to know how to do symbols like different types of bullets or pronunciation symbols, which are called special characters. So page numbers, keep with next, widow, orphan, special characters, symbols, inserting files are all part of reports, but especially they're part of multi-page reports. One of the things we're going to start with is page numbering. Now, this is an agenda or an itinerary of somebody who's going to Detroit, and if you'll notice as I scroll through it, it is more than one page long. So we have to have page numbers. Now, in all of our documents that are multi-page documents, we need to put page numbers in the upper right-hand corner. If the instructions tell you differently, great, go for whatever they tell you, but as a basic format at this level of document production, page numbers belong in the upper right-hand corner of the document. So we're going to insert page numbers. Logical progress, go to the Insert tab because we're going to insert page numbers. Once we opened up the Insert tab, come over to the right and click on Page Number. We're going to insert page numbers. Now, it's going to ask you, where do you want the page number to be? Do you want it on the top of the page, the bottom of the page, and so on and so forth? We want it at the top of the page. When you touch your mouse pointer on top of the page, another list will appear that will give you several options of where on the page, where at the top of the page, and what it looks like your page number will be. And if you see scrolling through here, there are lots of options. There are some that have words, some that have lines and decorations, some that say page 1 of however many. We're going to go boring. We're going to choose plain number 3, which is the third one from the top. Plain number 1 is just the number, but it is the location of the number that makes them different. Like I said, we need our page numbers in the upper right hand corner, which is plain number 3. So click on plain number 3. Alright, Word puts number 1 on page 1, and if you scroll down, it put a number 2 on page 2, and if there were 77 pages in this document, it would number the pages sequentially and correctly. You never have to type in a page number, so always let Word and the page numbering tool do this for you. Now, a minute ago I said you put a page number on every single page of a multi-page document, but you do not put a number on page 1. Well, Word put one on page 1 for us, and we don't want it there. But there's a real easy fix for this. If you come up to the ribbon You'll notice that the header and footer tools button has appeared, or tab, and directly underneath it there's the design tab, and directly underneath the word design is a box, checkbox, and the words say different first page. The checkbox is empty. If we click on that checkbox and put a check mark in there, then page 1 is going to be different than all the other pages in the document. So I'm going to click on the box, put a check mark in there, and watch what happens. Page number 1 disappeared. Now, if we come down here to page 2 is still here. That's the way this document should be. Page numbers in the upper right hand corner of every page in the document, but not on page 1. Now, above this line is the header, and you see it says first page header here. Should be empty on page 1, unless we want to put something else like a date in there. The header on page 2 has a page number in it. Excellent. That's all we need. Now you can also turn on Show Hide. Click the Home tab and click the Show Hide button. And you can see there's an enter key after the 2 and there's an enter key under the 2. And that will separate your page number from the first line of text in the body of the document. On page 1, there's just an enter key up there, and that's attached to the cursor. It can't be deleted. So that's what we have that's what we do, and that's what we get when we put a page number in a document. You'll notice too that there's a footer at the bottom of each page. Whenever you turn a header or a footer on the document, you get both automatically. Now, you can get rid of the header and footer. You can close that by just double clicking in the body area of the document. So I'm just going to double click, and then the header and the footer panes close up. The page number is still visible. It is in gray because the page number is not part of the main body of the document. The page number is located in the header area of the document. Now, if we want to remove that page number, all you need to do is double click on it and drag across it, and you can hit the delete key and then they'll go away. You can also go to the page number in the header footer area over here, and you can remove it that way. But it's just as easy to drag across it and hit the delete key on the keyboard.